Hello, this is Emma of EmmaLiveYoga and welcome to this total body yoga class for healthy boundaries. So I've written about boundaries recently on my different platforms. Boundaries really are about self-respect and self-worth. We're really good at giving out our time, our energy to other people, and sometimes it's at the expense of ourselves, and we can experience resentment, burnout, tiredness, where we feel we just have to take a lot of time off. So really we should look at honoring our boundaries before we get to that point. And believe me, the things I'm talking about are things I'm always working on myself. So things like limiting how much time we spend online, having working hours which work for us, and making sure we switch off after those hours. We live in a 24-hour society, and it can be really difficult to maintain these things. Also self-care routines, making sure that that's in place. And just these things help us to be sustainable so that we've got a lot of energy, a lot of verve for life and for everybody else. So really everybody benefits from our healthy boundaries. So coming to comfortable seated position, sit nice and tall. And bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra. We'll begin with a sacred vibration of Om, taking a breath in. Om. Gently bowing the head and taking a few moments of mindful awareness, noticing how the body, the mind, and the emotions are feeling today. Maybe some of what I said resonated. You may observe whether you do have healthy boundaries are in place, or is there room for improvement? Is there room for shifts as our life and our values continue to shift? And just honoring that process in this act of self-study or svadhyaya. And then take a deeper breath in and exhale. Good. So from here, we'll make our way through to an all-fours position. If you need to pad your knees, please do have a blanket there in place and ready. So having the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, feeling those contact points, the physical boundary between the mat and the body. And just beginning with that as a starting off point. And this physical boundary is to do with our safety, the safety of ourselves, our physical presence. And just feeling where the body is as we do this gentle weight bearing, so shoulders are over the wrists. And then take the hands, handprint further forward. We'll work into a few rounds of cat-cow. So on the inhale, belly dips, shoulders draw back, gaze lift. On the exhale, tuck the tailbone around the back and sink back towards the heels. Inhale, staying low, shoulders draw back, belly dips. Gaze lifts. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the back, chin to chest, all the way back. We'll do one more. Inhaling, feeling the articulation of the spine. And exhaling. And then pausing in Utthita Balasana, extended child for a few breaths. As we honor the connection between body and breath, you begin to build respect for the body, the mind connection. This in turn helps us to develop boundaries which are healthy for us off the mat. So all of our practice on the mat is for life off the mat. So then inhale, rock the weight forward, tuck the toes. Exhale, push and lift back into downward dog. Pause there for a moment with the breath. If you feel you need to bring the knees down as an alternative, that's fine. Again, this is building healthy boundaries, acknowledging the needs of the body, which I consider to be advanced practice, being able to move flexibly in attitude, a flexible attitude towards your practice. So then from here, inhale, bring the left heel in. Exhale, step forward with the right leg. We're setting up for Virabhadrasana A, so warrior one position. Press into the back heel, then inhale, nice and easy, just lifting all the way up, bending into that right knee. Good, you can bring the hands into prayer position. So drawing the shoulders down, lifting the gaze, lifting the back inner thigh. Again, feeling those contact points, those physical boundaries between the body and the mat. But feeling how the breath can begin to pervade everything. And the prana, of course, knows no boundaries. It moves beyond the body. So then from here, on the inhale, swim the arms back, interweave the fingers. We're coming to humble warrior. Roll the shoulders forward, lift the arms. Then on the exhale, begin to bend forward. You might just bend a little. You might continue to bend in front of that right knee. You might even lift the hair, let the head go as you lift the arms up. No, it's fine to be at the halfway point here. So again, find where you need to be. Find the healthy boundary on the mat that's right for you. And then exhale, release the clasped hands. Bring the left hand down to the floor. From here, pivot on the back foot, and on the inhale, swing the right arm up as we come into an open twist. If this feels too much, again, you can bring the knee down. You can even bring a brick to rest underneath the left hand to make this more accessible. So just see what you need to do. Taking the best option for you. Breathing and feeling. And then on the exhale, bring the arm down, hand down, and step back into plank position. You can either have a full plank or a knees down plank. Choose the best option. Whichever option you're in, squeeze the glutes. Draw the lower abdominals in, push away from the floor. Lift the backs of the knees up. That's it. Feeling your strength, the strength which is required to maintain your boundaries. And sometimes you get outside pressure. People are not always happy with what you're doing, so having the resilience, the strength to maintain those as part of your self-worth. And then exhale, pushing back into downward dog. Even out the breath. Remember, you can come to an alternative choice. Good, so then from here we'll change sides, Virabhadrasana A. Inhale, bring it in the right heel. Exhale, stepping through with the left leg. Take a few moments to stabilize here. Nice steady base. Good, find the breath. And then inhale, press into the heels as you lift up, nice and easy. Exhale, you can bend into that front knee. And again, press the hands into Anjali Mudra. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Breathing and feeling, being aware of any discomfort, feeling the muscles working, just acknowledge that without running away. And then inhale, swim the arms back, interweave the fingers. Again, roll the shoulders forward, lift the arms if you can. On the exhale, begin to fold forward to your own measure. So again, find the boundary, the level that you need to reach, whatever feels best. Keep weight in the back heel to stabilize. Nice, easy breathing. And then on the exhale, lower the clasped hands, bring the right hand to the floor, pivot on the back foot. Inhale, swing the arm forward and then up into the open twist. Again, remember your options here, knees down is fine. Steady breathing. Choose your drishti, your gaze point might be the fingertips or straight ahead. And then exhale, take the arm back, step back into plank position or knees down plank as we continue this total body flow. And just working towards building and maintaining healthy boundaries on and off the mat. Good, from here, inhale, bring the knees down. Exhale, briefly sit back onto the heels and ease out the wrists as we come to Virasana, thunderbolt pose. If you need to be in a different position to this for your knees, that's okay. Just do what you need to do. Shake out the wrists. And from here, inhale, lift up to a high kneeling position. Exhale. From here, have a toe tuck. Again, if you need to pad the knees, that's fine. We're just setting up for a modified Ustrasana, camel pose, opening the heart. This helps us to live from a world of compassion and intuition. Opening up Anahata. So interweave the fingers, roll the shoulders forward. Inhale, lift the chest and just dangle the arms back. So gently push the pelvis forward, but lift out the waist. That's it. Exhale. So you might stay here. If this feels too much, you might bring the heels of the hands into the back. If this feels good and really easy for you, you might reach back and take hold of the heels themselves. So just see what you need to do. Lift in the heart space, breathing and feeling, positioning the head, however is best. Good, and then squeeze the inner thighs together. On the inhale, squeeze to lift all the way up, good. And exhale, untuck the toes back to Virasana, hands to Anjali Mudra. The back bends help us to let go of fear. And it's fear really which can stop us from inhabiting the full scope of ourselves, warts and all. So just feel the elevated heart rate from that back bend. And then from here, inhale, bring the fingertips forward, cross the ankles. Exhale, sit back or just sit back however is best as we come to Dandasana. Just to neutralize, briefly pressing the hands down by the sides of the hips. Lifting the spine, sit nice long spine. And then exhale, bring the left heel in towards the groin for Janushirasana A. This is too much, now you can take the left leg all the way out, or you can take the leg further down. You can also support the knee if it's significantly away from the floor, so just choose what you need to do for your body. From here, inhale to lift and lengthen. On the exhale, turn. So turn to the left side. So you can bring the right hand to the inside of that right leg. Inhale, if you wish, float the left arm up. So this is a variation of the traditional side bend, forward bend, or turn it into a side bend. Good, breathing and feeling. You might stay here. You might begin to reach up and over, but keep everything relaxed. That's it. Nice waves of breath. So you may feel a softening of boundaries here, the softening of the body. Good. So remember, when we set these healthy boundaries, we don't want to become too rigid. We want them to be permeable in terms of they can shift as our lives shift. Good. And then from here, swing the arm down, inhale as you lift up, and exhale. From here, inhale, close the hip. Exhale, slide the left leg out, we change sides. Inhale, bending in the right knee. So I'll just turn around so I can see you. Exhale, drop the right knee out. Remember your options here with the leg, doing whatever you need to do. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, turn to the right side, open the left palm of the hand down the inside of the left leg. Inhale, swoosh the right arm up. Exhale, choose your drishti, straight ahead or up towards the fingers. Find the breath. Breathe into any resistance, any tightness you can feel. Know you can be much higher up than this. You can stay on the fingertips, or you may get an invitation to go a bit deeper. Just see. Everything nice and easy. No judgment, no force, no strain. And then inhale as you lift all the way up and exhale. From here, inhale, close the hip. Exhale, draw the legs back in. So we'll come into Paschimottanasana, which is a great way of finding where edges are, where boundaries are, and just kind of testing them. So shift the glutes back so your pelvis is an internal rotation. That helps with the forward bend. Inhale as you lift the chest. Exhale and just bring the fingertips down either side of the legs. Now settle into this kind of stuck feeling, keeping the spine really long. So you don't want to round the back, keep the spine long, that's it. Chin gently draws in. You can rest the gaze lightly on the toes. And just feel where that boundary is. But then feel where you can soften. Maybe you can ungrip above the knees. Maybe it's the jawline that you can release. And you might stay here. If you get the invitation to, you might try Paschimottanasana A variation where you double finger loop the big toes. So you draw back on the toes as you push forwards. You create kind of a little lock here, which helps you maintain that spinal position. Inhale. Exhale, you might go a little bit deeper, just see or not. Keeping the back nice and long. So we're resisting the overwhelming temptation, which is just to collapse and round down. We're trying to keep everything long, which of course takes a bit more discipline. As maintaining healthy boundaries requires discipline. Sometimes we have to say no instead of saying yes. So here we're saying no to collapsing, yes to a healthy line for the spine. Seeing where we can relax amidst the discipline of this. We'll take one more breath. Good. And then inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale as you come back up. From here, coming into a comfortable seated position. As we close our practice, you might want to sit up on something. Some kind of total body focus on creating healthy boundaries. So as we arrive here, bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. Close our eyes for a few moments and see if there have been any changes from when you started the practice. And then take an inhale, lift the prayer hands up. And exhale as you fold forwards. Namaste. So thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you continue that journey into healthy boundaries as I am doing as well. It's all a work in progress. It's all good, staying on the path. If you enjoyed the class, remember to press the like button and also to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a class. Have a great day, everybody.